everyone, I am Randy Suarez, aka Silva Crow. Today back here with another amazing reaction. This time we're back with some more Nostalgia Critic, and I'm checking out his review on one of my favorite movies from Disney, Toy Story. I've been, like I said, been MIA for about a week and a half. I needed to take a breather for a lot of things, especially work purposes. And while this popped up on my feed, I'm like, you know what? I need to react to this as soon as I get back, to reacting. And here we are. So if you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to channel Awesome. I will leave the original link to this video down below so you can watch it uninterrupted. Link to my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow me on those such a platform. Link to my Cashapp. Feel gracious now to donate. Whenever you want to donate, it's fine. You don't, that's fine as well. Same thing, super thanks. But by donating, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, how you show your support, lets me know you rock with the reaction content. Rock with the channel, and rock with your boy. But further ado, buckle up, and let's get started. We here with some more Nostalgia Critic Toy Story. And that's his review. That's the movie that he chose to review by Disney, Pixar, whatever you want to call it. He's owned by the mouse. But anyways, it is one of my favorite Disney movies. So I am curious about his review on it. So let's go.
It's the mid-90s. Everything has CG in it, and Hollywood is about to release its first CG animated movie. There was talk of doing some prissy shit with toys, but we scrapped that to give you what we know always works. Kabloomageddon! This ain't no kids film unless you're a male in that demographic goldmine of 13 to 18. This is extreme, non-stop action. Behold, Agent Hitman, a character who's way too advanced for mid-90s CG, but just go with it.
I'm in the dimly lit lab with reflective surfaces.
Good, that'll be easy for us to render. Now find the disc with the names and/or codes on it to stop the monsters and/or robots from destroying us all.
90s catchphrase.
With his partner, Agent Love Interest, a no-nonsense assassin with awkward anatomy.
They really give her shape boobs. Okay. Pixel boobs.
We clearly haven't figured out yet, but our horny fan base won't care.
Try to keep up.
To be honest, he's right about that.
Hey, it's the 90s. I'm not just some pretty face who needs to be saved. I can take care of myself, and I'm hot.
And because we're gonna have a weird fetish for disaster flicks for a while, you can watch our heroes fight aliens with Mother Nature.
Throw the tornadoes! The volcanoes! The thing from Deep Rising!
Someone remembers me.
So, if you're ready to see the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park and the sharks from Deep Blue Sea fight on the Titanic, then please come right for us.
To be honest, that does sound awesome. It really does.
Kabloomageddon, the first CG animated movie.
That could have been what we got.
Yeah.
In 1995, Disney released the first computer-generated animated film, Toy Story. And 30 years later, most mainstream animated films, in one way or another, are still trying to replicate it. The same way for decades Snow White provided the feel and tone for most hand-drawn films, Toy Story laid the groundwork for most CG films. Sure, there's an occasional variant, but most movies try to replicate this style. Snarky humor with a good heart that has modern dialogue with comedy for both kids and adults. Even Shrek, the other film most animated features try to mimic, you could argue is Toy Story taken to a more self-aware and cynical extreme.
Yeah.
But while this is the norm and has been for several years, people forget this was kind of a risky choice. Most CG in movies at the time were used for low-lit action and creepy monsters and natural disasters. The idea of doing a bright and colorful G-rated film about children's toys did not seem like the logical choice. Honestly, the trailer for this movie was so bad, I didn't know anyone that was excited to check it out. Literally, the big clenching joke, like the joke you end on in a trailer to get people to see the movie, is the cute little spaceman saying he can fly around the room.
Dad! Yeah, that's not funny.
Yeah.
But thankfully, the film itself was very funny, winning over skeptical audiences, being nominated for a Best Screenplay Oscar, and breaking new ground for animated films. With likable characters, smart humor, and a story everybody can identify with, they knew they didn't have to change the industry, but rather the industry would have to change around them. So what was it about this film that set the stage for the majority of modern-day animated features? Well, let's fall with style and take a look. Because remember what we could have had.
Look out! That Muppet from Spawn!
Explode with explosions.
Let's take a look at Toy Story. The credits roll as we see a kid named Andy playing with his favorite toy, Woody the Cowboy.
Come on, let's wrangle up the cattle. I'm here to stop you, one-eyed Bart.
When you reach that age and realize Sid would have been the cooler kid to play with. Yeah, remind me, which one's the toy again?
Yeah.
Just remember what your old pal said, boy,
You got the thing, baby.
And yet, you think I'm crazy enough to make fun of Randy Newman, what many consider his most heartwarming dedication to childhood innocence? You bet I am. Why does he always sound drunk? You got a friend in me.
Left foot, right foot.
Okay, real talk. I don't see Randy Newman as one of the worst songwriters. There's
No.
actually some songs of his I enjoy. One of them even in this film. He's just aggressively generic, and I never got into the voice. Is that really so surprising to hear someone say?
Not really.
You like him, fair enough, but to me, he always sounds like the happy, happy joy singer on Valium.
Some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am. If and you ain't the granddaddy of all liars.
Anyway, Andy plays with his favorite toy, who I'm only now noticing leaves his mouth open in the intro. Maybe he's coming to grips with his existence like,
Oh god, that's
was I
terrifying.
born? But as soon as Andy leaves the room, Woody, played by Tom Hanks, and all his other toys come to life.
Staff meeting, everybody. Got a staff meeting, you guys. Come on, let's go.
It is fun comparing the technology back then and how mind-blowing it was to modern-day animated films. Don't get me wrong, for the first film, this looks very, very good, and it's very smart to choose toys as the main characters, as that's very CG-friendly. But not only do the humans look weird like we discussed before, but, man, some of those pixely backgrounds are a little distracting nowadays.
Yeah.
These surfaces look like Doom half the time. Woody is the ringleader of the toys and even has a girlfriend named Bo Peep, played by Annie Potts, who again gets some weird faces out of him.
I'm just a couple of blocks away.
Oh
If a
god.
grown man comes to a kid's birthday party with any of these faces, don't let him in.
Yeah, for the love of God, don't let him in. Because, he'd be buried outside. Permanently.
Look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.
You can easily see the Pixar formula getting set up, introducing characters through a slice-of-life scenario, utilizing comedy and puns, eventually leading to a relatable social problem both kids and adults can relate to. I don't think it's a coincidence this was done at the height of Seinfeld's popularity, as a lot of the comedic dialogue has a lot of Seinfeld snark. It's very easy to see these attitudes from the leads on that show.
Yeah.
It's just a mistake.
Well, that mistake is sitting in your spot.
Well, that mistake is sitting in your spot.
This is no time to panic.
This is the perfect time to panic.
This is a perfect time to panic!
I found my moving buddy.
I found my moving buddy.
Great, now I have guilt.
Oh, great. Now I have guilt. But I won't say from what. That was a long time ago. Let's keep going.
Sarge, have you seen Slinky? Sir, no, sir.
Woody has a fair amount of friends like Rex, voiced by Wallace Shawn.
How you doing, Rex? Were you scared? I was close to being scared.
Wait until I tell Andre.
Oh.
Slink, played by Jim Varney.
I got some bad news. Bad news?
I just found out we're gonna do this till we're 80.
Damn.
As well as Ham and Potato Head, voiced by John Ratzenberger and Don Rickles.
G6.
Oh, you sunk it.
Pay up. No, not the ear. Give me the nose. Come on.
Feel lucky we're not wagering your tots again.
Ha!
They're all concerned because Andy is having a birthday party, which might mean new toys are going to replace him. I mean, come on, if you hold on to one of the first things Pixar ever animated, I think you're all safe.
Yeah.
Establish a recon post downstairs. Code red. Yes, sir.
Little green soldiers are sent to spy on the party, and as you may have noticed, not every line is a home run.
Come on, we're not lying down on the job.
It's cool though. That's R. Lee Ermey as the sergeant. He'll make the dialogue more colorful.
Holy dog shit! Texas only steers it.
So Andy opens his last present and heads upstairs.
Andy's coming, everybody! Back to your
Scatter!
And remember, if anybody says Andy's coming at Disneyland, then you know what? Don't do that. It's gonna get old really quick.
Yeah.
Andy gets a toy based around his favorite movie. Yeah, still not buying that. Called Buzz Lightyear, played by Tim Allen.
Star Command, come in. Do you read me? Why don't they answer?
While everyone's great in this movie, we're used to seeing these types of performances from most of these actors. Tim Allen is really doing something different from his usual norm. He mainly plays the egotistical handy doofus with a heart of gold. Hell, even when they played another spaceman, he was still playing this type of role. But he really knocks it out of the park as a space ranger who actually thinks he's saving the universe and has no idea he's just a toy. I never doubt for a second the galaxy of aliens and rangers he's saving is always going on in his head.
Buzz Lightyear mission log, stardate 4072. My ship is run off course en route to Sector 12.
And this conflict of cowboys versus spacemen suggests him in the 50s or 60s, despite this apparently taking place in the 90s.
Well, in a couple of days, everything will be just the way it was. They'll see. I'm still Andy's favorite toy.
Woody grows jealous of Buzz being Andy's new favorite as more and more of the world around him transforms into Buzz's.
Your chief, Andy, inscribed his name on me.
Wow! With permanent ink!
He branded me with one of his dad's cigarettes.
Oh.
We're introduced to the antagonist of the movie, a next-door neighbor named Sid, who everybody either knew growing up or was growing up.
Oh, no. It's a combat Carl.
He's a kid who loves blowing up toys so much, there's little to no grass left in his backyard.
Yeah.
Why is that soldier strapped to an explosive device?
Sid.
Sure is a hairy fella.
No, that's Scud, you idiot.
Are you sure? Dogs and humans don't look that different in this world.
Yeah.
I love it when villains in Pixar movies are just kids doing what they do. Because they're so naturally violent little messed up shits when you think about it.
The sooner we move, the better.
They're taking the death of that toy pretty well. Maybe they were like, he knew what he was getting into when he applied for ages 4 and up. After a joke I still don't know is clever, lame, or ahead of its time, Woody decides to trap Buzz in a corner when Andy's told he can only pick one toy to take to Pizza Planet. The trap backfires, though, and knocks him out of the house via Lucas homage, even down to the Wilhelm scream. Maybe it's one of his buttons, I don't know. After one of my favorite lines in the movie.
This was no accident.
What do you mean?
I mean, Humpty Dumpty was pushed.
God, that's funny. And my introduction to the A113 in joke. Yeah, I'm not kidding, I look for this in every animated film now. Buzz sneaks aboard to get his payback.
Revenge is not an idea we promote on my planet.
Well, that's good.
But we're not on my planet. Are we?
No.
This is when I was like, okay, this style needs to stay because most of 1995 Disney would have stopped at the first half of that line.
Yeah.
But they were like, screw it, we want to be funny, and they convinced Disney to leave it in. Okay, I know it's not the same level as Ryan Reynolds convincing Kevin Feige, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
All of a lost toy.
Buzz fights Woody, causing them to fall out of the car. Woody realizes if he's going to find a way home, he has to bring Buzz, because without him, he won't be allowed back.
Now, you're sure this space freighter will return to its port of origin once it jettisons its food supply?
Uh-huh.
I should say, while the CG cartoon style was certainly being experimented with, the only two that really felt like they understood the importance of facial expressions was this and Casper.
Yeah.
And okay, while I didn't personally get into that movie that much, it was the first time people saw CGI could have just as big a range of facial reactions as hand-drawn animation. These little smirks and eye rolls and split-second ticks not only make the scenes a lot funnier, but they make the characters feel much more alive, at a time when this just wasn't being utilized, at least not to this degree.
Come on, man, hurry up. I'm like, the pizzas are getting cold here.
Oh, sweet, a Buzz Lightyear doll, and it's alive! God, I'm stoned.
For real.
They make their way to Pizza Planet, which I'll just say I'm a 43-year-old man, and I am still waiting for this place to exist. I mean, that's alien.
To be honest, as a 30-year-old man, same. Again, this isn't one of my favorite Pixar movies.
In the kindergarten game. But Buzz sneaks into a crane machine where he encounters even more oddities.
A stranger from the outside.
Greetings. I am Buzz Lightyear.
Well, technically you should all know each other from the show, but then again, Buzz is Zurg now, so who gives a shit about anything?
Claw's our master. Claw chooses who will go and who will stay.
This is ludicrous.
Sid tries his luck at the game, and maybe the biggest hole of the film, someone actually gets a toy from a crane machine. Twice.
He has been chosen.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop against Alex.
Not gonna lie, I kinda like the toy version of Midsummer.
Huh?
Sid gets Buzz and Woody, who of course has terrible plans for them.
Let's go home and play.
Anyone else feel like this is Syndrome's backstory in reverse?
Now I think about it, yeah. Huh. Never put it that way. Okay.
At Sid's home, we see he's just as cruel to his sister's toys as he is to his own.
Genie's all better now.
don't know what her problem is. I give Sid all my toys to have him improved. I'm not kidding. The designs of Sid's altered toys are some of the most imaginative creations in any Pixar film. Even his room is filled with all sorts of hilarious little touches, like all the locks on the door, this bumper sticker, and I don't know what Killin' Paul Bunyan is, but if he has a poster of it, I'm into it.
Come in, Buzz Lightyear. This is Star Command.
The next day they try to escape, but Buzz sees a commercial clarifying he is in fact a toy.
Buzz Lightyear!
Available at all Al's Toy Found outlets in the Tri-County area.
I could say that's more proof of the Seinfeld influence as they're building up Wayne Knight's appearance, but honestly, I'm distracted by the TV's channel changer. What is the story behind this family?
Out among the stars I sail.
And starts the one song I do genuinely enjoy, I'll Go Sailing No More. It captures the right tone, it's sad, it has a decent melody. It's a song so good, even Randy's voice can't ruin it.
Now I know exactly who I am.
But God, does he try? He sounds like Will Sasso's impression of him.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen A Bug's Life or Toy Story, but I don't need to. You know, writing songs is easy.
Buzz tries to prove to himself he can fly, but goes boom, leading to Sid's sister discovering him.
Mom, have you seen my Sally doll? Never mind.
Now I can torture his toys.
Oh, God.
Actually, I'm not too far off as Woody sees the sister playing with Buzz and tries to get him out.
Hannah! Oh, Hannah!
Mom? Please excuse me, ladies.
I have to check on my mom.
I think she's dying.
Oh, Hannah!
Gone! Oh, God.
Buzz finally cracks having tea with the
Oh,
sister's
God.
dolls. I like one of the beheaded ones is called Marie Antoinette. And am I crazy or is this some of the funniest acting Tim Allen's ever done?
Let's get you out of here, Buzz.
Don't you get it? You see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit.
I'm telling you, this kid is weird. She's talking about monsters in her closet when she was younger. She's all messed up. Woody reaches his friends, but they don't know whether or not to trust him after what he did to Buzz. Buzz as well is not much help.
Hello, fellas.
What are you trying to pull?
Nothing.
Oh!
Well, we know when this goes public domain, Jagged Edge will make a horror film out of this.
Yeah.
Everyone abandons Woody. It's a little funny Slink is the last one to leave, even after his supposed true love does.
For real.
And Sid straps Buzz to a rocket, planning to launch him in the morning. Andy, meanwhile, is heartbroken he's unable to find Woody or Buzz before they move away.
Oh, Woody. If only you could see how much Andy misses you.
That'd be nice! Let me in!
Let
Woody
me
finally
in.
confesses his jealousy over Buzz. I mean, the dude is getting better in-jokes than him.
For
And
real.
Buzz starts to realize just because he's a toy doesn't mean he can't save the day for someone special.
I'm the one that should be strapped to that rocket. Buzz! Come on, Sheriff.
Let's get this thing off of me and onto you.
Oh.
Woody is set free, but Buzz is taken to be launched. Once Woody discovers the toys in Sid's room wants to help, he utilizes them to get back at Sid.
It's busted.
Who are you calling busted, Buster? I'm talking to you, Sid Phillips.
This scene is basically as funny as you would think it is.
Yes.
As I think they finally put together how scary Woody's face can be.
We don't like being blown up, Sid.
My name is Alcina, and I'm going to kill you.
And Sid is suddenly terrified of every toy he sees.
What's wrong, Sid? Do you want to play with Sally?
Oh, I hope Toy Story 5 is about his exposure therapy. They try to follow the moving van with Andy's family on it, but Sid's dog sees them. Yeah, for as bad as the people look in this, the animals look 10 times worse.
Yeah.
My God, that looks like a whale banged a cow. He's the kind of thing you show Food Fight to make it feel better about itself.
Mm-hmm.
He's at it again!
They mistake him throwing the racer into the street, though, for him trying to kill more toys.
No, wait, you don't understand!
Boy, for a character who said,
If only you could see how much Andy misses you.
she sure is doing little to reunite you two.
For real?
To do with this character.
Like a hypocrite.
They eventually figure out he was trying to help, though, and they try to get him back on.
What a wonderful phrase.
Of course, a Randy Newman musical would have Hakuna Matata in it.
Yeah.
They eventually make it to the car with Andy in it, and they're all reunited. Cut ahead to Christmas time as the toys once again are seeing if any of the new toys might possibly replace them. And I gotta say, for as great as this movie is, this last joke is a little weak.
Wow, a puppy!
And don't worry, we're actually gonna try on this one. And that was Toy Story, the animated film that changed animated films. Is there some stuff that doesn't hold up as well? A few little things, but for the most part, it's as timeless as it is influential. These characters are easy to like and relate to, and it thrives on being a simple story with strong writing. The majority of jokes still land, the world it creates is fun to explore, and like I said over and over, it set the stage not just for how Pixar films would be constructed, but for how the majority of animated films would be constructed. On the one hand, yes, I would like more variety in the styles of cinematic animation, but let's face it, most cinema leans towards what's popular and will usually do something over and over. I think I'd much rather see this style be popular and done over and over than, say, Bay's Transformer movies or the Twilight films or some fad like that.
Yes.
This is a decent reference to keep returning to. If only we could, stop literally returning to it.
Yes.
Whatever's in the cards for Pixar, Disney, or animation as a whole, it's good to know the industry can still be shaken up in both the biggest, yet somehow simplest ways, too. I'm a nostalgia critic, I remember, so you don't have to.
Thanks, Doug.
I am Mrs. Nesbit.
Oh, man. But yeah, reliving, it's been a long while since I watched the original Toy Story. Like, wow. I mean, still haven't watched the new one that came out. So, but yeah, it's one of those things I remember watching kind of religiously when I was a kid. Oh, man. Going back down memory lane. Maybe I should watch it. I don't know. Then again, hearing God friend in me. Yeah, I probably would just no, mute that part. Because I'm also going to be thinking left foot, right foot because of Family Guy. But anyway, I digress. But this is the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed this as much as I did. And what was y'all favorite Disney movie growing up? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Awesome. I will leave the original link to this video down below so you watch it uninterrupted. Until next time, please take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. Stay safe. Stay warm. Peace out.
And little questions is everything they know about you.